Welcome to Garden U, as you can see from the sign. Now, Garden U is basically the fire pit area, and this is right by Lonohale, the storage zone that we have for all our extra materials that we're not using at the moment. And now you can see where the fire pit is. Right now we had a recent fire a few days ago, and so we still have a little bit of the detritus. We normally have a couple of tarps over here, and what we do is if we're weeding or we have some things that are wet or just thick wood that we want to know that we want to burn, we'll put it over here and we'll cover them with the tarps. That way it keeps the whole thing roughly dry so that we're always ready to have a little bonfire whenever we want to. Now, one thing when you're walking around the property is to see where volunteers have left things. Now, this is a pair of gloves that has been left around. You'll find rakes, shovels, pickaxes, hoes, everything. And the main thing is that volunteers are on 2-week assignments. They will not necessarily care the greatest for the tools. So you want to definitely tell them about it. What we try to do is actually not have treated wood in here. Ideally, the only wood that should be in the fire pit is wood that is non-treated. It can be pallet wood. Pallet wood is non-treated, so it burns clean. Other wood that's natural wood and stuff like that, that's all clean stuff, so we can do that. But something like this is treated wood. This is filled with chemicals, so when this burns, it actually gives off a poisonous smoke. So this one we'll either use in our construction or we take it away. So we do like to normally cover the fire pits. That way it keeps the stuff that's in there roughly dry. Just doing a little quick demonstration. Is here, we do have slugs, and whenever we see them, we can kill them. Usually the chickens do a very good job of that, but the slugs are not the greatest for the plants or people. What we try to do when we're walking around is if we see something artificial on the property, we try to take it up to recycle it, because it always looks like an eyesore when something is artificial on the property. This area here, this is actually supposed to be a lawn. So you weed whack this area or lawn mow this area, and then what you do to stop it from getting too muddy is you rake up the lawn and leaves, and you can use that to put around the bamboo or to put around the trees, to use as fertilizer for those. It's a really good idea to use that, because if you just weed whack it and lawn mow it and then leave the clippings right there, it starts turning to mud after a while. As you can see from this area right now, it needs a lawn mowing. But one thing we've realized about living in the jungle is plants move so quickly. Even when we weed whack it or we lawn mow it, within a couple of weeks it's ready to be done again. So we try to do it in a relaxed way. We let it grow up a bit, then we bring it back down. Actually one of the pea gardens for the avocado tent. And normally people stand at this platform here, so this way you don't have to go all the way up to the toilet zone. The papayas are right here. You pea, the papayas grow, you get great big fat papayas. Papaya is one of those plants that loves pea. So what we do, one of the maintenance activities, and we only do maintenance activities for obvious reasons on a pea garden after a heavy rain. The toilet paper, this is coleus, it's a natural toilet paper, women love it, and it's a great one to use afterwards, and as you can see we've got lots of toilet paper here. Cane grass, though, is not a very good one. So when we're weeding this, we would weed this weed as well. I can't remember what it is, but it's the horrible one that has the seed that sticks on you. You know, it's very so we weed out that one to get the garden clean. But again, important point, only after a big rainfall. I think those are the main maintenance activities for Garden U. Garden U does go all the way up to the back border with guava huts. So it goes up to this area here. And it does include the camping platform. This is our camping platform. We always try to give the platforms that people put tents on a little bit of an elevation so that way they're above the rain when it's raining heavy and stuff like that. And I think, oh, this final thing here, this clump here actually is one of those things that we should be clearing out. We want to have a flowing border. This, I don't even know what this is. It just kind of grew out of nowhere. There is Monstera, and there is this beautiful orchid. Look at that one. That is probably the best shot to close this video with. It's absolutely gorgeous to close this video